Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and I have a diamond in the rough for you guys to meet today. His name is Titus Dunk. He is a cornerback out of Mary Hardin, Baylor. Nice to have you on, buddy.
Nice to be here, man. I appreciate you inviting me.
Yeah, so I do feel like you are a corner that people really need to get to know. Very successful in your conference. I mean, Mary Hardin Baylor, really a successful team in general. But you yourself having a great, really career there, all conference athlete, and a lot of great success. But let's start it from the beginning, dude. Let's take it from the
Mhm.
top. Tell us where you're from and start walking us through your story.
Right, right. So I spent a lot of my childhood in Dallas, all over the place. Arlington, DeSoto, Red Oak, Urban. Then I transferred out here to the Austin area, finished high school in Round Rock, graduated there, met a lot of great people. Through most of my career, I've been playing football since I was 7 years old. So through most of my career, it's been offensive. I made the switch to defense my senior year in high school. And then, the rest is history. I've been straight defense all through college. And I love it, man. Defense is where I'm comfortable at. Cornerback is where I'm comfortable at.
Gotcha. Interesting, really, because you said that you didn't start playing defense until your senior year of
Right.
high school, which is weird. You know, people have their own opinions as to why that change happens, but I don't know. You think your time as a wide receiver really helped you out? I mean, with you as a corner or what?
Yeah, I think so. Because making the switch honestly felt kind of natural at the time, just because wide receivers and corners are very similar athletically, and then when you do play receiver, you kind of know a lot of the tendencies. Know what they're looking for. You know how to break down zones and all that stuff. And for me, it wasn't a switch that I asked for. Kind of just got forced upon me. We were fighting injury, so it was just like, hey, you're an athlete. Go out there and be an athlete. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's kind of what tends to happen in high school, anyways, man. It's like you get
Right.
your most athletic guy over here, wherever your school needs you, of course. But again, you had mentioned finished up at Round Rock High School there in Texas. Uh,
Mhm.
do you have any fond memories of your time there in high school? Playing there that you'd like to share?
I remember the best memory I have is when my senior year, we went to the playoffs. I think that was the first time um, that I was there. When I was playing there, that we made it into the playoffs and had a decent run. We went to Houston and played Cypress, I believe. And man, it was a really good game. It was a really good atmosphere. It was probably the biggest stadium I ever played in. We made a lot of good plays, close game. I just remember being on defense with the other corner on the other end, Trey King, and man, the energy was just contagious. We were just having fun out there, and that's honestly the best game I played in high school.
Cool. Well, I mean, obviously, played at a very competitive school there in high school.
Right,
There at Round Rock. Also, in my notes, Titus, I have that you were a pretty damn good track athlete.
right, yeah.
So,
I was,
talk to me about your experience on the track or track and field, as it were.
right. So track, I was playing. I was a two-sport athlete. I ran track, played football, and through high school, I was a runner most of the time. You know what I mean? But my junior year in high school, they asked me if I could jump. I never jumped before. They asked me if I could do triple jump specifically. I've never done it before. So the first meet I ever did it, I think I went out there and jumped like a 42 or something. My form was bad. I didn't have the right spikes, but I ended up jumping a 42. And when I did that, it was just kind of, you know, you stick to jumping. We don't need you to run, just jump. So I did triple jump and long jump. I think my best jump was like a 47 something. And it might have been, I think it was that first year I did it, right? And then since I had to get some new spikes that really helped with my knee issues and all that stuff. And my whole senior year of track, I just jumped, just triple jump and long jump. That's all I did.
47.2 was what I was
Mhm.
able to pull up.
Right.
47 and two and a half. Let me not,
Yeah.
you know, uh, I guess not give you that half, but dude, the very respectable number there as a jumper. Do you ever think about maybe I don't know, bringing that to the collegiate level? Did you get any
Yeah,
work
but
on
I
that
mean,
front?
I had some opportunities. Like there were some coaches talking to me about it. But like track just wasn't something that I did, for the love of it. It was just kind of something I did because football wasn't going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but there have been times where I thought about if I did, go jump collegiately, how that would have worked out. I think honestly, looking back at it, I think I would have done really good just because the fact that, my first time ever doing it, I was so raw and unexperienced. If I would have had some, you know, guidance, coaching, and all that stuff at the collegiate level, then I would have been great at it probably.
Probably could have walked onto the track team there
Yeah.
if you really wanted to. But, bro,
Mhm.
obviously you love the game of football. That's the reason why we're talking. Obviously, that's the sport that you've had the most success in. And so, dude, I got to ask, what is it about the game of football that you love the most?
It's the competitiveness. Like you go out there and you're supposed to compete, and it's like when you're not out there to compete, why are you out there? You know what I mean? And then with the competitiveness comes the camaraderie, and then it's just the physicality of the game. Those are three things I love about the game.
Of course. And so after your time there in high school at Round Rock High School, you ended up, making your way there to Mary Hardin Baylor. For
Mhm.
people that don't know, Division III school, but dude, even as a Division III school, very competitive, really one of the best in the nation. And so people, don't sleep on the D3 guys, but
Yeah.
Mary Hardin Baylor, like they're very serious about their athletics. So. Was it always going to be that particular school, man? Did you have any other prospects coming out of high school?
I Out of high school, nah, not really. I mean, I had, some colleges talking to me, showing interest, but no one really gave me an offer. You know what I mean? Um, Towards the end of my senior year, I think I was recruited by ETBU, Howard Payne, and Sol Ross. ETBU, Howard Payne offered me, and then UMHB just came out of nowhere and gave me an offer, brought me on a visit, and then I committed like 3 days later. Might
Yeah,
have been that
I mean,
signed 3 days.
I don't know really what played a factor into you landing there.
Mhm.
I mean, it could have been. I mean, there instead of maybe perhaps like a higher division. I mean, maybe it was like your switch from offense to defense, dude. I don't know, but let's just say for the sake of argument, though, really wasn't a bad gig for you, and
Yeah.
you landed at a good school. So. What is it about Mary Hardin Baylor that is so special for you?
Honestly, it's just the atmosphere. Like you come here, you feel wanted. At least my experience, I felt wanted. The guidance was amazing. Of course, you have the teammates, but I mean, it was just they came and showed me a lot. They had you go on a visit, they show you 20 years worth of rings and trophies. You know what I mean? So it's like when you come here to the best Division III, and then you can start immediately. It's like you feel you feel like you're good. You feel like you're contributing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's situation is a little different coming out of high school, because I mean, yes, you could have maybe potentially gone to a higher division, but
Yeah.
you know, if a Division III school says, "Hey, man, you could start day one,"
Yeah, and they
definitely.
didn't they didn't give me that. They didn't promise me that. You know what I mean? They just told me I was wanted. And with the whole, D1 thing, yeah, there were some guys talking to me, and I was really inexperienced with the whole process. You know what I mean? If I had to do over again, I probably would have done some things different. But like I said, UMHB offered me, they made me feel wanted, so that's where I came.
Gotcha. So obviously they wanted you. They brought you in. They brought you in as a defensive back, which is
Mhm.
where you've seen most of your time. So, go ahead and talk to me about y'all's defense, man. How would you describe that defense to people?
So our defense, we are really big on physicality, which I mean, some people is surprising because we're mainly a zone team, but we rely on uh, the secondary in that sense, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? We have a real physical, talented secondary. So with our secondary being as talented as it is, it allows us to scheme and whatnot with the D line, linebackers, and all that stuff. Um, So yeah, I mean, we can get into man sometimes, but I mean, I like it just because there's a little more freedom that comes with being able to play zone. Um, that's what we do.
Gotcha. And so, obviously, there as a corner, very successful there at corner. Again, just describing a little bit about, you know, playing a little bit of everything. Playing some physical ball and successfully, executing zone out there as a defensive back. Um, I have in my notes, man. You've been an all conference athlete at least a couple times,
Mhm.
in All American. When you think about what you have achieved there at Mary Hardin Baylor, what are you most proud of?
What I'm most proud of is the but yeah, so what I'm most proud of, we have the trophies, but at the end of the day, we got a lot of those. Everybody on the team has a trophy. What sets me apart is the All American honors. You know what I'm saying? So that 2022 season, being able to get that, I was a good amount of tackles, interceptions, PBUs, whatever. But that was probably my biggest accomplishment was getting that first team All American.
Yeah, I mean, great season, obviously in 2022. Of course, this season a little different.
Hmm.
When you look back at this particular season, what was the most that you got out of it? Again, ending your time there collegiately with your school.
I mean, the most I got out of it was, well, I mean, it was like the experience as a whole. You know what I mean? Like just the first 4 years I was here, I lost 2 games, and then that year, this past season, I lost four. So it's like, it's that experience where it's like, what do I do when I'm not used to losing? How do I lead a team that's never been through this? You know what I'm saying? So it was a different area. But I mean, I'm grateful for it. It didn't turn out how I wanted to turn out, but at the end of the day, I got some experience from it. It took a lot more fight than winning the national championship, honestly. So
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys are used to success. Let's be
mhm,
real. Sometimes you have to go through the growing pains of retooling that team. You had a lot
right.
of people leave. And so this past season a little different, man. But I'm sure Mary Hardin Baylor is still putting together some great teams
Yeah, yeah.
for this upcoming season. So give us a teaser, man. Who there at Mary Hardin Baylor do we need to look forward to this upcoming season?
You need to look at Duran, Johnny, Isaac Faye. You got TJ on the up and coming. AJ, he's gonna be the big receiver. Then of course you got J Mac, Jerry Day, athlete. He's playing. He's a two-sport athlete in college, so of course you got to keep your eyes on him. But other than that, man, the team is really young. So just keep an eye out for them returners. But young guys can surprise you. You know what I'm saying? I did it. Johnny did it. Duran did it. It's just kind of when the moment comes, the moment comes.
Yeah, and we'll see how they do this upcoming season. But Titus, obviously talking to you as a prospect, as a guy who hopes to get that opportunity at the next level. What do you feel is like maybe your best attribute as a player?
My best attribute is honestly the knowledge of the game. Understanding what's coming before it comes. That's something I really learned to do well at UMHB. So I feel like having learned that young, being able to take that to the next level, along with my physical attributes, speed, physicality, man, that's gonna make me dangerous.
Nice, man. And I know you've been through a lot of great moments. Again, like you were saying, I mean, other than this particular season, man, you guys don't see too many losses. So,
Right.
but when you look back at some of your own personal highlights, can you walk me through at least one or two of your favorites?
Man, my favorite memory playing, favorite highlight playing was honestly, it was the first game I played in here. Like I was 18, a freshman came in against Howard Payne. Coach Harmon actually talked to me 2 weeks before. He was telling me that I wasn't going to make the travel squad. Then he came to me, I think, a day before the first game. moved me up, told me to go pick out a number. Didn't see the field the first 2 games at all. Then we play Howard Payne week 3. I get in the second half, blow up a screen, and after that, like my confidence just shot up and I'm making plays left and right. And then after that, that next week, I started the first half of the game, and then I was a starter ever since. So from 18, 19 years old to now, I've been a starter. My favorite memory was just early, like the start of it. You know what I'm saying?
So that would give you what, about like what, 40 some starts or something like that? Like, is that, I mean, you probably haven't even counted because it's been so
I have,
damn many.
but I think it's more than that. It's probably more than that.
Well, that's good to have that great experience. I mean, again, a fixture there for your team for quite some time. Awesome, man. I do want to see if there's anything else about yourself that you want to share with people. Obviously we've been talking now for a while about you as a football player, but outside of you being a football player, is there anything else that people need to know? Hobbies, interests, passions, anything else you got going on in your life?
Right now, man, I have an entrepreneurial spirit, so I'm really about, making a way on my own. I'm trying to figure out, where my life's going. I'm 23 years old, still young, but I'm trying to get a head start on it. So I wouldn't say I'm, super, super focused, but at the same time I am. Like I like to have fun, but I mean, I just kind of play it by ear, just trying to make my own way, figure out life. Um, yeah, man, I think with that, I've developed a different level of confidence, leadership, just kind of independence. You know what I mean? So having that, and that I've always been like that, and you can really see it in my game. But personally, it's just, I mean, that's just who I am.
Cool. Obviously a guy who, Texas guy, ended up at a school there in Texas. And so, I was just wondering, how far, what is the farthest that you've been from home? So, like when you think about like distance wise.
Distant. The farthest I've been is probably Ohio for the national championship. You know.
Gotcha. You have like maybe a bucket list though, because I mean, obviously, if
Oh yeah,
Ohio's
yeah.
the
I plan to go to Canada, Germany, go overseas, all over the place, man. So yeah, I got a bucket list.
Gotcha. Definitely something that hopefully you'll get to, here soon.
Hmm.
Got a lot going on, man. I know you're training right now. You're trying to get yourself healthy and ready to go for perhaps a pro day here soon.
Hmm.
Um, Titus, I do want to go ahead and wrap up our time. It's been fun. So go ahead and close us out with your pitch to all these teams in all these professional leagues, man. Tell them why you would make a great addition and, why you would be a great asset to any team really that takes a chance on you. So go ahead and close us with your thoughts.
Right, man. I think all of y'all are looking for competitors. Y'all are looking for athletes. When you have a team full of athletes, they can play anything, man. I'm a guy that can play anything. So, if any position you guys need to fill, corner, receiver, safety, I'll play linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a call, hit me up, and I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things to consider for you. If you think about it, I mean, certainly knows what it means to succeed and be a part of a
Mhm.
winning program. That's certainly a good asset there. Team leader, really knows how to set the standard for his teammates, of course. And yeah, we'll see, man. A lot of great success. Again, all conference, all American. And really, the sky's the limit right now for what you're, going to have an opportunity in. So, Titus, want to wish you very best of luck, and you take care. Okay,
All right, thank you, man.
no problem. Once again, we got Titus Dunk. He is a corner out of Mary Hardin, Baylor. Check this guy out.